going on, y'all? I thought real quick, because I can't find a whole lot online about either wrapping the forks or this headlight mount. There's a lot on this Amazon Daymaker replica mount, but I thought I'd go over that one anyways. And then the whole mirror flip. There's a couple videos. What the heck was that? There's a couple stuff on this mirror flip, but people seem to have a lot of trouble with it. So I was going to show you guys how to do it. And it's not complicated, but for some reason people don't grasp how to do it. So I was just going to show it. I've already done it, obviously, because you see it's all done here. But I was going to go over it real quick, show you guys how to do it, and give my opinions over this headlight mount and this headlight, because I've had it for 400 miles now. So about the past month, I ride a lot. I live in Florida, where it's nice almost all year round. So I'm going to go over that stuff real quick, and that'll be pretty much for this video. Later tonight, when it gets dark outside, I'll ride the bike so you guys can see the headlight. All right, so we'll start off real quick with the wrapping the forks. That was actually super easy, but it was like difficult at the same time. So I actually just got some gloss black wrap on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description on what I got, but you can see right here, it's the Vivid Plus. I just got gloss black to kind of match the rest of the forks here. So what I did for that is I basically just took a piece of wrap and cut it to the size of the fork, and then I started it on the inside here and then wrapped it around to the other side, and then I just took a heat gun and see, I actually not a heat gun, but I took like straight up gas, propane, and basically just heated as I went, and then I just took a X-Acto knife and just cut right here and then pressed it in so it had a real clean fit on top and bottom. So it looks like that. No more of that chrome crap, because that chrome really took away from the bike. Like, come on, it's like basically a blacked out bike besides chrome bits here and there, but then this chrome was just so shiny. So, oh yeah, it pretty much looked like that. So I blacked this out with some gloss black wrap. And then next I will talk about I guess this mirror flip. You see the mirrors, how they're now down here, they're not up here anymore. There's actually one I think makes the bike look way better just in general, but from a standpoint of actually riding the bike, I gotta move my mic here for a second. Like, you can actually see behind you, whereas before with the mirrors up here, you know, they be hitting your shoulders, but down here, like, I mean, if I'm sitting, I can like actually, you know, see. So to do that is actually really simple. So right here I have an Allen, but it's a socket. This is the H4. So you actually just gonna move your headlights or your turn signals a bit. So you put it in there. That's where the turn signal spot is, right there, and then right there, and a 13 mil. Where is it? Where is it? 13 mil to loosen up the the mirrors here. But originally this will be flipped, so it'll be down here. So you're gonna loosen the turn signal and loosen the mirror, and then you take this mirror that goes on this side and you put it over here, and you do the same. You put this mirror and put it over here, and then you're just gonna tighten down the turn signal, and it's gonna give you that. So they're actually functional, but make sure when you guys do that, you don't fully lock it out. Adjust everything, leave the mirrors loose, and make sure you turn the steering all the way, so like that, to make sure you're not hitting the tank, because I've seen online people end up hitting the tank somehow. Ugh. All right, so next we'll go over this headlight and this headlight assembly. What I had before, I had this chrome ring and then this ugly looking, I don't even know what it's called. It went over the headlight and I don't know, it was dumb. So I ultimately would just want to remove this big black piece up top, but it had this nut and bolt assembly up top to where you really couldn't remove it unless you remove the rivets, and then, you know, it just became a whole hassle of work. So I wanted to remove that, and then also at the same time, I wanted to get rid of this dumb halogen light. I mean, it's 2022 Harley. Come on, put an LED in there, HID in this thing. So, you know, you can't see more than 5 feet in front of you with this thing. So I wanted to swap that out too. So I got the Amazon special Daymaker rep from Harley. This thing is bright as hell, let me tell you. So It replaced that chrome line here with this black one, because this is all one piece, one assembly. And you got your brackets here, which it's definitely different. I like it the way it is now. Before, I just thought it was all too close together. What I want to do though is I actually want to relocate this, do the whole relocation like here, whatever it was. But so I'm going to break this headlight down for y'all real quick and show you how you assemble this headlight assembly and then the headlight itself, so you guys can see how that works. Alright, so this is pretty much the headlight and the assembly. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. So if you get this headlight bracket assembly itself, this is how you connect it on the back here. It's basically got these 4 little pins that you'll just stick up in the little lip, and that's what holds the headlight in. And then just like the factory headlight assembly, it's got this one connector here. So you'll just take it right here and you just plug it in, just like the factory one. Way brighter. It's not this dumb yellow halogen that you can't see 5 feet in front of you. Now the headlight, the headlight assembly, sorry. So this thing, I mean, it was only, I think, like $35, $40 on Amazon. So I'm not expecting like something crazy, but it works really well. But at the same time, it sucks. So you have these little rubber washers inside, and there's a little square that the rubber washers sit in, because the rubber washer is like a square itself that sits inside of the square, and that's what I guess gives you the movement to move it like this. But I feel like they're made of super cheap rubber, so when you try to tighten this down itself, you can't tighten it tight enough, because sometimes as if I ride, the headlight will actually like fall, and then like it's pointed like 2 feet in front of me on the ground. And then I saw online there's confusion on how to put this thing together, which I don't understand the confusion, but I'll help. So this is a 2-piece, you can see right there. Maybe if it focuses on that piece, no. Okay, so right here, this is a piece. You come to the back side, you see where it hooks in right here. So it's a 2-piece setup. So you hook it in on the back on one of those notches, and then it goes around, and you use this nut and bolt setup to tighten it down. It's pretty simple. At first I had used the farthest one, and it was too loose, so I ended up using the middle one, and it seems to work well. I could probably use that last one, but I don't want to risk it. I don't mean risk it, but damage like the wrap or something, because I mean that piece actually holds pretty good, so I'm not worried about that. Now to install this piece, I had to actually, because you had to get it out of this little hole here. You had to get this piece out and then this out, because obviously this massive connector isn't going to fit through that. So what I did is I actually de-pinned this. So you can de-pin it by these little notches here, and you can pop off this back piece, and then I took a flathead screwdriver and de-pinned it. So I took all the pins out, and then I just fed this through here forcefully, and then I took out each one of these wires out of that hole, and then I basically re-pinned it. Super easy. That's it for that. And then install the headlight. I just fed it through here, and then you just connect it to this, and boom, there you go. Now make sure when you do this that you get this lined properly. The DOT SAE goes on top, not on bottom. And then that's pretty much the assembly. So I'm gonna put this back together real quick, and then hopefully the next clip, it'll be dark outside, and I'll show you guys how it all looks.
Every time I ride the bike, then I gotta go through this. Then I gotta get back off the bike. and close the garage door. Run. I don't know how well it's going to pick up. Last night it came in like super distorted. So I'm going to give this another shot. Ooh, it's a little bit chilly this morning. I put the sleeves down. So, the headlight, as you see, this is how bright it is. It is a little sunny outside, or not sunny, it is a little lighter outside. But I mean, most of our commutes are probably in the morning anyways, at about this time. So it's a rough idea of what it looks like. If you have a tinted visor, it's still pretty bright. Like I can still see, I have a tinted blacked out visor, and I can see just fine. And then the headlight bracket, that's for the thing I was talking about the most. It seems to move a lot. Right now it actually seems pretty good, so I think I may have gotten it tightened down enough. There's a lot of asking, ooh, it smells like biscuits and gravy. Oh man, which one of these houses is making biscuits and gravy? I'm not sure how well you guys can see my mirrors, because I have with the GoPro, it's kind of maybe a couple inches below my eyesight, but it's actually functional. Like it's probably, I don't know if you guys know your muscle groups, but it's about my oblique area compared to where it used to be, which was, you know, you're hitting your shoulders and your triceps and all that, so it kind of sucked before, so it's not too bad now. Yeah, so I plan on bobber styling the bike. If you guys are interested in that, I just love the look of a bobber style. Unfortunately, bobber style seats aren't very comfortable if you get like the Springer seat. So I don't know how I feel about that, but they look so cool. It still smells like biscuits and gravy. I don't know where it's coming from because there's no breakfast restaurants around here. I don't know if you guys are interested in Supras. But I have a 2021 Toyota Supra that I am building. I plan on making it real fast. So far I'm on track to make it real fast. I just got to get a big turbo. Because, I mean the stock turbo can hold a lot of power, but a big turbo though. The only downside would be my transmission. Would be the weak point. But with a big turbo, you still make like 800 horsepower. You're just kind of limited with the torque because of the transmission. So you can get a built trans and whatnot. So I plan on doing all that jazz. So that'll be fun. Try and race some people, you know. Always love to race. Something I always want to do is like race Hellcats. People in Hellcats just think they're so fast. But, I mean, you paid like $100,000 for a 5,000-pound car that makes 800 horsepower, or 900 horsepower, whatever. It's like, come on, man. Some people like the bought, not built lifestyle. Not me, but some others do. So anyways, I'm back at the house. So if you guys like the video and want to see more stuff, like, comment, subscribe. Trying to start my channel again. So I will see you guys later.